Hi everyone, it's Melissa. I'm so glad to see you this week. I really missed seeing you last week, but I did not feel very well. But I am good now and ready to go. So, ready to talk to you about our lesson for this week. Our unit this week is, wait, what? 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 Parents, you can't see me? Oh, let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Oh, I must have done something wrong. Here, let me see. Okay, that's a little better. Maybe that's enough light you can at least see me. Yeah, I want to go back to what we're talking about. We're talking about God as light. And our verses for this week are Matthew 5:14 through 16. So let me read those to you right quick. If you guys want to stop the video for a minute, you can, so you can look it in your Bible. Matthew 5:14 through 16. It says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Okay, so maybe I knew the camera was dark whenever we started this, because I thought it was just a great example to use to talk about this. I was in here in this room and it's dark. There was no light in here. But when I lit a candle, it lit up the whole room. Now, it's not bright, but it lit up the whole room to where now I don't have to worry about tripping. I don't have to worry about falling. I can see. And you can see as I move this candle over, it gets a little bit brighter in here. Now, look at my candle. Look at my candle that I've got. Okay, it's on what they call a lampstand. Some of you may have never seen one of these before, but they used this in the Bible because this was their light. They didn't have all the electricity and the things to turn on a light switch and make the room light. So they put it something like this. So it put the candles up, it put the lights up where you could see around you, and lit up the whole room where everybody could see. That's what this is talking about. God says in here, Jesus is telling us, these are words from Jesus, and it's telling us, a town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Think about when you're driving home from somewhere and you're driving into Amarillo at night, and you can see all those lights. You can see Amarillo from a long ways away because of all of the lights. You can't hide that. And the other one says, neither do people light a lamp like what I did here. You don't light this candle so that you can see and then put a bowl over it or something, because that's going to cover it up and then you're not going to be able to see. So this is what Jesus is telling us. And after all those examples, what he says is, in the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Jesus wanted us to be the light in this world. He wanted us to shine. When we're out there with everybody else, he wanted us to look differently. He wanted people to be able to look at us and see him. He wanted them to be able to see him. So I want you to think about that. And parents, you can talk about this a little bit, but got you some questions to think about. That wasn't good. I dropped my candle, parents. What do we remember about the qualities of light and darkness? Stop for a minute and just talk about that. We talked about that when we talked about creation, lots of different things. What do we remember about the qualities of light and the qualities of darkness? Next question. If God is light and Jesus is light, do you think we can be light? How can we be a light? What does that mean? How might you be light in your school this week? How might you be a light in your home this week? And how does the darkness of our world, the things that are going on, the bad things, the hard things, how do those keep us from trying to shine, to be different, and to be that light? What is it about them that goes on that keeps, because we need to think about that, what it is that how the world's trying to keep us from shining, so we know what it is we need to do to be able to keep shining. So think about those good things to think about this week, and think about the candle and the light and the way it shines. Think about if you go outside in the dark and there's the stars and there's the moon, and some days it's so bright it shines through your window, even in the middle of the night. What does that mean? How does that mean we're supposed to look? Now, I want to do one more thing, because I couldn't be this close in Matthew 5 and not talk about this. And I think Rachel might have said something to you last week about this, but I want to tell you about, we talk about Club 513. What is Club 513? It's where we go to class, it's where we do all that, but why do we call it 513? Why do we call it Club 513? It's because of Matthew 5:13. That's where it comes from. So I want to read that to you, because it doesn't talk about light, but it's similar to that. Matthew 5:13, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can you make it salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. So this is kind of talking about when Jesus came here. He was here and he was that light. He was what made the difference. But he left. And so we've got to have something here that gives light. We've got to be that light for Jesus now. So just wanted you to know just a little bit about where Club 513 comes from. It comes from Matthew 5:13. And us, Jesus being that salt of the earth, and how he left us to be that light, to make the difference in the world. Hey, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. I miss you. We can't wait to see you. And just think about it. How can you be the light at school? And how can you be the light at home? Love you guys. See you later. Bye.